Imagine a phone call that arrives not to threaten you, but to narrate your immediate future with terrifying accuracy. At 10:15 p.m. in a quiet Ohio town, Kevin is the only one awake in a house that feels like a fortress of normalcy. He is doing nothing out of the ordinary, just scrolling through his phone and half-watching TV. His isolation feels like a choice, a way to decompress in total safety. Nothing felt unusual. It was just a normal night. But when a sudden threat enters digitally, through a device already in your hand, it bypasses the physical barriers of your home, making the intrusion feel intimate and immediate. The vacuum shatters when Kevin's phone rings. The screen displays a single anonymous label, unknown caller. Kevin answers. He greets the caller, but the only response is a thick, heavy silence. Finally, a quiet whisper cuts through. "Don't turn around." Kevin froze. His heart started racing in his chest. His heart rate climbs, and he experiences a direct physiological reaction, an overwhelming need to check the space behind him. He turns. He scans the darkened corners of his living room. There is no one there, but the caller has already achieved the primary goal. The caller has manipulated him into turning around, confirming he is home and alone. The phone rings again almost immediately. Kevin picks up, and the voice speaks with chilling certainty. "You checked. Good." This confirmation establishes a terrifying fact. The caller is monitoring Kevin's exact movements inside his home. Kevin is now terrified. He rushes to secure the perimeter, checking the doors and closing the windows to cut off any view from the outside. This reaction completes the psychological trap. Kevin has now effectively sealed himself inside a confined space, driven by the very paranoia the caller is cultivating. The communication suddenly changes format. The voice on the line is replaced by a text message. The message is a simple two-word command: "Look outside." Despite his efforts to hide, Kevin is drawn back to the window. He moves from the center of the room to the exposed glass, compelled to see what is waiting for him. Across the street, he sees a man standing perfectly still on the sidewalk. The figure is holding a phone and looking directly at Kevin's window. By following the instruction, Kevin has willingly abandoned his cover. He is no longer the hidden observer. He is now the visible target. The moment Kevin makes eye contact with the figure, his phone rings for the final time. He answered the phone, and the voice delivered a final, terrifying statement. "That's you, tomorrow." The caller wasn't making a threat. They were telling him exactly what was going to happen. The following morning, the loop begins to close. Kevin is reported missing. His house is found locked from the inside, but he is nowhere to be found. The prophecy wasn't a threat of violence, but a declaration of inevitability. Kevin didn't just disappear, he was displaced. The police investigation eventually uncovers accounts from neighbors who noticed someone standing in the shadows that night. Witnesses describe seeing a man standing outside a neighbor's house, holding a phone and staring through the glass. The man they describe matches Kevin perfectly. The psychological pressure of the calls, combined with the visual of his future self, made him walk out of his own house and stand in the exact spot of the caller. Kevin didn't escape the stalker. He occupied the stalker's physical and chronological position. The originating phone number was never traced. It simply vanished into the night. The cycle remains open. If your phone rings tonight and a voice tells you not to turn around, remember, Kevin, you aren't just being watched. You're being shown where you'll be standing tomorrow.